Hello, I'm Dr. Gloria Horsley, president of the Open to Hope Foundation. I'm here at the Compassionate Friends National Conference in Arizona, and I'm interviewing my wonderful friend Marie Levine, who is chapter leader in Manhattan. Now, how long has it been? Talk about your child a little bit.
It's about to be 23 years, and it's been a trip, and it will go on for as long as I'm alive. It's not something that ever ends, and you're always learning how to reinvent yourself.
Yeah, I love that. You're always learning because one of the things I think early on for the people that are watching this video is that you do have to learn about grief, don't you? I mean, you have to learn about the business of grief in a way.
Well, it's such a this particular grief is so different. It's so shocking. It's we have nothing to draw on to help us to deal with it, and it's such a shock to us that we have no history. I mean, we've all suffered loss. Loss is part of life, but when this loss hits, we can't pull anything out of our heart, our history, because we're we're completely turned inside out.
Yeah, and we oftentimes don't even know anybody that's ever happened to.
I knew nobody that ever suffered the loss of. That's really not true, because my grandmother had suffered the loss of a child, and it was all very hush hush. All through my life, I had known she was a bereaved parent, but I never even knew the term bereaved parent. It was just something that she never got over, even though she lived for 50, 60 years.
Now, we were talking about comparing losses. You lost an only
I
child,
lost my only child, yes.
but talk about your idea about feathers and
Oh,
lead.
oh.
I like that.
You know, a lot of people, it's a different loss, but it's not a different grief. You know, if you have 10 children, you lose one, it's like losing an arm. I mean, it hurts just as bad. But there are issues that those of us who are suddenly childless have to deal with, and I always compare it to feathers and lead. A pound of feathers and a pound of lead weigh exactly the same, but you can carry a pound of lead in your pocket. A pound of feathers comes in a really big, bulky package. So there's a lot of issues, you know, getting through doorways and having to deal with the fact that there are no more holidays to celebrate, birthday presents to buy. Who's going to care for me in my old age? Who's going to advocate for me if I'm sick? What's going to happen to all the photographs, all the pictures, all the history? What you know, we end here. You know, there's no future beyond our own existence, and that's a hard road to hoe.
Now, you've written a couple of books. Why don't you
have.
show us those?
First You Die, really, I started writing. I've always been a journaler, and I was writing about my journey from early on. Whenever I felt, you know, the need to say something or wonder about something, I would write it. And I started a newsletter, and I was putting all my columns in this newsletter, and some friends finally said to me, Marie, you have to put your columns in a book. I can't keep saving all these newsletters. It was such a positive experience that as time went on, I had gone to the doctor about a mark I had, and she looked at it and she said, oh, all it needs is the tincture of time. And I said, that's really what we all need. And so this book really was written after I had been traveling for more than 10 years. And I invited so many of my compassionate friends to participate in this book who had been traveling this road. And so it's not only the continuation of my story, it's the continuation of those who have been on this road for a longer period of time. And it's all about hope. You know?
I love that, about hope. Well, thank you so much for being on this YouTube and for the hope that you bring to the world and to everyone.
Thank you for all that you do, Gloria. You do a wonderful job for all of us in this world.
And thank you for watching this video today. And Marie and I want to say to you, if you've lost hope, please lean on ours until you find your own, and God bless.